Hello, this is Brakkard. Welcome back, everyone, to episode, I think it's 6 now. It's going quick. I'm pumping out content. It's exploring. See what new things we can find. So, I went ahead, learned all my level 3 spells and everything, and I want to see if we're able to cast them. We are. Alright, we're going to buff up, and I explored the town a little bit, kind of looked around, see what there was, and there was a guard over here by the name of Guard Elwyn, whom tasked us to go over to the dredge nest over here and kill one of the bosses that's in it. So we're gonna do that today and see what we can get. Now these threes are gonna be very difficult to cast because they are out of my range, but get them on anyway and see what we look like with a full set on. Okay. Definitely need to increase that mana conversion, get a little extra buffer, but seeing a good amount of skill already. There we go, there's a couple spells to get knocked out. I also went ahead and got all my recall spells too. So last on, we're gonna put these on our very last tab here so it's not clogging up the other ones, even though it doesn't really matter for me. I just like to keep the first one as a resource replenisher, and the next couple will be buffing tabs when I would need to do manual buffs, but we don't need to do that in this case. Okay. There's all the old bells dropping off. Did this perfect timing. Checked out a couple other NPCs over there, but they just kind of shooed me away. They didn't give any sense of something they wanted to talk about quest-wise. So I'm wondering if there's something you give them and you go from there. Should be wrapped up here pretty shortly with these buffs. Problem is, you just gotta jump a little ahead of yourself on these spells, but we're in that niche zone. We can do it, and we should probably use what we got. Checking to see where my skills are at. Get an idea of what's up next. Still quite a ways for lockpick, but by level 30 we'll definitely be able to do dungeons that'll require a little lockpicking. Come on, buddy. Let's get through these buffs. There we go. There's another one. Hardest part is anytime you're banning your armor, it's gonna chunk your mana since it's so laborious because it's calculating every piece it's trying to do. Sometimes we get lucky and it doesn't pull a lot. Sometimes it just takes a good 20 or 30 at a time. definitely happy the last video was able to fully flesh itself out so we can actually get a full episode in. Going forward, I hope it continues maintaining what we need. That'll open up more avenues for longer potential videos if needed. Otherwise, I want to kind of keep it pretty standard to what we have right now. Nothing too crazy. Okay, we're almost done. Just gotta finish up the shield and on we go. Oh, weapon too. Just two more. And that took us quite a bit of time, but just to show how strong this build can be by level 20. Casting level 3 buffs, soon to be 4 once we break that 150 breakpoint, which is not far off. Skills are super cheap, so pushing that envelope is going to be pretty fast. Imagine by level 30 or so, 4s are going to be pretty comfortable on the casting. There's the boss back there. I remember this dungeon back in the day, coming in here and just kind of killing them really quick. Don't need to stick around too long because the respawn is just not worth it. Because there's so few in here. Alright. Looks like he's level 19. Nice little color skin that was applied to him. I like that purple. Alright, so it does have a little variety of items. I was just trying to see what was on that one. Is there anything in the corpse? Sure. Nope. Alright, we're all done here. That was it. Not even gonna bother with those guys. We're gonna head out and continue. Wow, that spawn's actually it's improved. I remember back in the day, I would sit in there for about 5-10 minutes and I'd still be waiting, and I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. I remember I used to be hunting out here, out in the wild. There's like that little farm out there. Right around that area, there's a few little mobs that kind of go run around and kill. Maybe we'll do a world hunting video or something like that. Just kind of explore. Oh, I forgot to give him the head. I just talked to him. What do you got for me, bud? 15 and a Nekoid for a unarmed combat. All right. What does that look like? Anything special? Just a nice green Nekoid. All right. Well, hey, every little bit counts. Okay, so let's head back this way. And we're going to hit the portal over here to go back onto the island and see what other trouble we can cause. There it is. It's hard to see it. It's just blending in there. Another idea is running over to Eastham, because this is one town I rarely go to, but just it feels like there's probably something over there that would be fun to see that's new. Maybe next episode we'll go town exploring. Yeah. Let's go back on the island, see what trouble we can find. All right, looking at the wiki right now, seeing what we have. I want to have all the best options possible. So, there's a person in Blue Spire for a kill task. And it's going to task us with hunting down some Tumaroks that will provide us with skins of some sort. So we're looking for an individual here that I have not looked for since joining this server. I have not jumped around just randomly chatting with all the NPCs. There's the one we're looking for. I just kind of wanted to wait and discover if I like this server to the degree which I do now. And I've been having a great time. And then I was debating on doing videos, and I said, hell with it, let's start now. Oh, yeah. All right, so we're looking for the hay, little Tumaroks. We need to get 15 skins. So we're out here skinning humanoids. Hopefully there's some decent low-level ones around here. No. Not seeing anything quite yet. Still need to find the kill task for the little birdies. I think Marsh is actually the ones we're looking for. Well, here's one. Here's a thief. Let's knock him down and see if he's got any of the things we need. No. What if I put in drum and utilize that to find us the drum seekers? Little Nifis. Now, I know I'm not going too far out of town. Trying to see what kind of scope we're having to elapse out to get this quest completed. Okay. Still nothing on him. There's another quest over here, but I need to be level 50 to get the item to spawn the creature. Not even near that just yet. It's going to be quite a while. Oh, there's 9 wells. Here we go. Here's some drum speakers. That's who we're looking for. So we got 3 right here. Let's see what we got. Maybe the hunters too. But might be a certain level of mob that might drop the items. Man, those level 3s are doing some work. Nothing. This might be a quest that will have to be continued on my own accord to gather what I need. Ooh, getting into some dangerous territory. Don't want to get myself killed by a level 60 mob. We're not quite there yet, I don't think. And I don't want to test my luck. Do a quick look up here, and I don't see anything beyond this guy. This is just a quest I'll do off to the side, and then I'll show the rewards down the road, and just I'll label the item saying what I got it from, just so I can recall back to it for you guys. Yeah, this is going to be one of those quests that it's going to take a while. All right, so we'll continue that later for doing the skins. Is there anything specific to where to find these? Yeah, it doesn't really say too much on the quest, so very vague information. Definitely looking like a do-by-yourself type of quest. Because sitting here trying to collect 15 is what is needed. Is going to take way too long. Perhaps a streaming episode of some sort. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I'm going to run back in town and then do a quick glance and see what else we can come up with for quests, because we're pretty much running out of possibilities for the low end since we got them all complete. Uh, we did all those ones. We've completed that. So there's something over near Red Spire with the text I just posted. That's gonna be a possibility. I gotta see if it's gonna prompt me or tell me, hey, you're too weak, get out of my face type of thing. So we're looking for Gloom Glow for the quest item that it's asking for. And you're basically running out to this little cottage out here, it looks like. Maybe we'll find some of those drum seekers along the way on this quest search. Nothing so far. Hopefully it doesn't get too crazy with mobs and everything. Oh, look, there's nines again. He just kind of bouncing around all over the place. All right, here's a couple over here. Let's give them a try and see what we can come up with. Oh, stupid flower. Get out of my way. I got a place to be. Okay, another group of 4. Another totem. That's the second piece we need. Is that the last piece we need? We just collected all 3 pieces. We just need 1 spare totem, and we have a full set. That is awesome. That was the easiest totem collection I have ever experienced for a living weapon. That is crazy. Alright, well, good to know that living weapon is much more friendly versus spending an hour collecting these things. That was mind-numbing doing that. Alright, we're getting into some baddie area. Yeah. And this is why it's a level 50 or 30 quest, I think it said. Um, Anything good in here? Take a new coat. That's a little bit more armor. Don't need the boots. Don't need the sleeves or the tassets. Be a nice spear, but it does not have any of the special properties that you can get. Oh, why is it putting that down? Man, we are just a green machine today. Thing unique in here that we might find? Not really. Okay, he's upstairs. Oh, he dying. He dying. Buddy, I need your aid, please. How many do I need? Just one? Do I just need one Gloom Glow? See if we can find one without aggravating any of these higher level mobs. I don't know where these typically spawn at. They're just kind of random. Picked up a couple on my main, but we're not going to cheese that and just hand it over. We need to use our eyeballs and find it amongst the land. Maybe. Alright, well that's a dead end over there. Getting a little too spicy. Oh, careful with that wasp. Am I gonna... Can I hit this thing? Alright, we're doing it. Level 21 versus a level 80. This is the real challenge. Just a lot of missing. that hurt. Don't double cast. Don't double cast. Get some stamina. Like I said, that shield is mitigating so much damage. Come on, we got it. We got this. What are you turning for? Come on, we got this, guys. Come on. You good, Mr. Wasp? Did you freeze up? We're getting some good hits in there. I wonder if... Yeah, definitely froze up there for a second. I wonder if it was the server deciding to poop itself. Okay, there's another hit. Ooh, luckily that was not a bigger hit than I thought it was going to be. Come on, we got this. We got this. It's just the one of them lengthy fights. Ooh, that was close. You know what? I'm gonna drop some points in there because I'm missing entirely too much. Come on. Alright, well. It's not worth the trouble to sit there for 10 minutes trying to get something that's probably only gonna reward probably 10,000 experience. Okay, well, spend a couple minutes, see if we can find that. Hope it generates a spawn of a gloom glow. Usually I see them pretty often, but today I just... nothing seems to be working in my favor. Oh. Where is it? Where is it? It's down here. Not surrounded by mobs, is it? It is not. Thankfully, it is not. Okay, so we're gonna grab this. We're gonna recall back to the Lifestone. Turn this into the Alchemist. And go from there. And we already upgraded our fit, so let's drop that down. Man, that's a crazy upgrade. 252 armor with a Impen 4. What is that? 100 armor on there? Yep, 100, so it's a good chunk right there. Okay, so it said it was an alchemist of some sort. I wonder. I think it's this one right here, Marla the herbalist. Okay. Okay, so we need 5 of those, so that's gonna take a little bit longer than expected. Sound like only one. Otherwise, I think we're gonna call it for today and everything. Appreciate you following around for the adventure and everything. Otherwise, catch you next time.